Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Terry. I live right outside of Portland, Oregon, and I sell full-time on eBay. And I love to make videos on the things that I have found and sold. So in my last video, you would have seen me talk about a haul that I was going to go pick up of all model airplanes and cars. So I did go pick that up. So it did turn out to be all model airplanes, vintage, ranging from the 70s all the way up to the 2000s. So if you want to see that footage, stay to the end of this video. I am going to show you my haul, me picking it up. We just sold our very first one that we have listed. There are about close to 1,600 of them, and then there were a bunch of balsa wood planes that he had thrown in, all kinds of model books, and then binders and binders and binders full of model airplane decals. So I will be selling those too, because those could be worth some really good money as well. And then there were some other items in there. So when I'm all done, I would have sold probably well over 2,000 items from this haul. Our goal is to list about 400 or 500 a month. So we'll see how we do. My son couldn't go with me that day to pick them all up. He had something else going on. And so my husband went with me. Thank goodness. Not that the boxes were real heavy, but just to drive that big U-Haul truck, I just didn't want to do it. I've done it before, but I would rather not. So now I'm going to just get started on some of the things that I've sold in the past 5 or 6 days. Did you see in my last video, I showed you all of the canning jar books that I got, those red ones. And I also picked up 3 more of these small pamphlets. They are actually called a blue book, but they are just kind of pamphlet size. So I got 3 of them and I paid $3 each. And this is the second one I sold for $30. This Franklin Covey, kind of like a day organizer type of thing. It just sold for $28. And this was actually my husband's. He had it for years. He used to use it and he is retired now. He doesn't use them anymore. This is one of the Barbies that I picked up when I picked up a whole bunch of Barbies that I paid $10 each for. Some of them sold really, really well for a pretty high value. This one sold on sale for $22. And this one is brand new in package, and it is Earring Magic Barbie software pack. So there's some kind of old software in there from the 90s. Here is another Barbie. I paid $5 for this one, so I must have gotten this at a different sale. And this one sold for $27. This is a reproduction of a Barbie that's a very sought after Barbie from I think the 60s or 70s. And this one is from 1993. If you get the original one, it's worth a lot of money. This is so cool. I had never seen anything like this before. I'm surprised I didn't see this type of thing in my childhood. So this is called a crispy can. And what they would do is they would unscrew this little lid and they would put it in the oven until the rocks turned blue. They're called blue magic crystals. And so they would put that in the oven, it would turn blue, they would screw it back in, put all their saltine crackers or whatever kind of crackers they had, and it would seal it in there. As it started to cool, it would just, I think, probably make some kind of suction to seal it in nice and tight so that they would stay fresh. I bought it at an estate sale for $6 and it sold for $35. I just picked this up last weekend at an estate sale and I paid $9 for it and it sold for $45. It seems like maybe I have sold one of these machines before. It is like a Creative Station cartridge. So this is a cartridge that goes with it. So we have listed probably about 100 kits so far, and we finally sold our very first one. I probably have less than $3 into each kit, and this one sold for $35. It's gonna be exciting to see how many we sell every week. Okay, so this is part of a set. I'm I'm not going to lift them all up because I can't. But I was at a sale right before we left for Thailand and went on the half off day. And so these books were originally $24 for the whole set. And I ended up getting them for $12.50. Nobody else grabbed them on the first day. So I picked them all up. I could not find any kind of comp on them at all. They're very rare. They are 130 years old. And these are the Spurgeon sermons. It is Reverend C.H. Spurgeon, and they sold for $380. I thought my son had listed them too high, but no, he was right on. So these are gonna go out. The person that purchased them immediately sent a message saying he was so excited to be getting this set of books. So I'm definitely gonna wrap these really extra careful. In my last video, I showed that I picked up a HP printer fax machine, and I only paid $5 for it, and it sold for $160, and I went late in the day and nobody else got it. Well, this is another item that I got from that same sale. And this is a home camera. I'm not gonna open it, it's all sealed up. I paid $15 for this one, and this one sold for $150. So those were two items that were in the garage, very visible, that no other reseller picked up. And here I sold both of them so fast. So keep your eyes open for unusual things like this. I picked up this lot of it. They're called metal pallets. They are refills for a children's jewelry making. Yeah, it's a jewelry making kit. I paid $3 for them, and somebody purchased them on sale for $38. I picked up this Xbox Godzilla game at a garage sale for $1, and it just sold for $60. So a couple videos ago, I was all proud of myself because I had sold some Xbox games because I don't know anything about them. And here is another one. So I picked up this vintage Bible from an estate sale for $2, and it sold for $25. This is from 1950. So the rest of my items have been shipped out already, so let me show you some screenshots of those. This Barbie is with her sister Kelly. I paid $6.50 for this one, and it sold for $36. Here is another one of those models that I picked up at the garage sale a couple weekends ago. And this was one of the smaller ones. I paid $5 for this one, and it sold for $65. So keep your eyes open for these models. This Bible is from 1973. I paid $2 for it, and it sold for $29.50. I went to a garage sale, kind of like an estate sale, but they were putting on their own. They were selling everything out of their parents' house and their farm. And I picked up this Holly Hobby lunchbox. I think this is before I knew who Holly Hobby was. It may have rung a bell from when I was a child, but I really don't remember Holly Hobby until I bought all of those Hallmark Holly Hobbies. Anyway, I picked up this lunchbox last summer. I paid $5 for it, and it just sold for $67. So always keep your eyes open for Holly Hobby. Since those Hallmark ones, I have found quite a few Holly Hobby items. So be on the lookout for those. I picked up this Pittsburgh Steeler gnome set from an estate sale, and I paid $5 for it, and it just sold for $31. Here is another model that I bought a long time ago, and all of the others that I had purchased with this one sold really well. And then there's just a few little stragglers that didn't do as well. So I paid $10 for this one, and it only sold for $22.47. I sold another canning jar book. This is not the exact one because I've already shipped that one out. In my last video, you saw that I picked up around 8 or 9 of these. I got a deal on them for $5.55 each. He was selling them for $20, but nobody was purchasing them, so he gave me a deal. And the one I just sold for $30. So keep your eyes open for these canning jar books. I do have some listed for around 70 or more, but those are signed by the person who put this book together. So keep your eyes open for these canning jar books because they do sell. This is the second one I've sold in the last couple weeks. I purchased around 6 of these, I think. They are silk pillowcases and they're made by Blissey. And I paid $3 each for them. They are all brand new. I finally just sold my first one. They're very nicely packaged. And I sold the first one for $50. I think I have them listed for $65. And somebody reached out and asked if they could have it for $50, and I accepted. Here is another Barbie that I picked up for $10, and I sold it for $35. This is the Flower Shower Fashion Barbie from 1993. I picked up this sheet set. It's from the 90s, quite a while ago. It's probably been about a year. But I did just sell it for $50. I picked up this Joan Moreau art book at an estate sale a couple weekends ago, and it just sold for $45. I paid $10 for it. I really paid up for it. So when I was at the sale, I made sure that the comps were good on it. So the same sale last weekend that I picked this up at, I also picked up this vintage Sylvania DVD player. I paid $12 for it. It's brand new in package, and I just sold it for $40. This Guitar Hero has been hanging around for a while. I'm sure I've had it well over a year. I only paid $5 for it, and I just sold it for $60. Here is another kit that I purchased a couple years ago. I paid $10 for it, and it sold for $85. Okay, so now I'm going to show the footage of my haul. So here I am in Salem. I am ready to pick up that haul of 2,000 kits. So they are, I believe they're all airplane and car kits. So I'm super excited. Okay, well here is part of it. There's still some in another storage unit, this little stack here. Have it. Okay, a crazy haul, and I was so lucky to have had him reach out to me to get all of this stuff. So I'll show it to you when I start to get it unloaded at home. Okay, so now I have filled up my shed. And I have filled up both of my closets in the house, in the spare bedroom. I typically don't like to have my eBay stuff in my house, so at least it's tucked away in the closets upstairs in the spare bedrooms. So this is actually not even half, maybe almost half between this and what's upstairs in the bedrooms. I still have boxes and boxes in my house. So this is what is in my house, and I am bringing all of this to storage today. I rented a small 5x5 and all of this will fit in there. These are all full of kits as well. So I am bringing all of this stuff today, getting my house cleaned out. So that was it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Hit that bell if you want to be notified for my next video. And subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video.